Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. So basically, in this video I wanted to make something really clear first before I begin the comparison. So basically, whenever we compare any greats, whether it's a great performance, whether it's great players, there's going to be some nitpicking. You know, I'm not taking a shot at Mahomes, I'm not taking a shot at Schilling or anything like that, but I need you to understand that anything at the top level, you know, any top level performance, any top level of anything, MVP comparisons, you're going to have to take shots, you're going to have to criticize a little bit just to get to, you know, who had the top performance. So it's not going to be me, you know, so I just want you to understand that. It's very similar to like when you have a Tom Brady versus a Peyton Manning comparison, or even, you know, LeBron James versus Michael Jordan, you know, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to talk about. There's always going to be some nitpicking, so I just need you to understand that. But can we just appreciate how great these performances were? We had Curt Schilling in the ALCS 2004 down 0-3. You could literally, I remember seeing the game, you could literally see the blood coming through his ankle, like through the sock. It was incredible what he did. And then, of course, Patrick Mahomes, what he did. I'm going to make a parallel comparison in a minute. But both performances were pretty incredible to watch. Both performances, I think they were both expected to lose. I mean, obviously the Red Sox were down 0-3. Patrick Mahomes was an underdog. You know, the Eagles were actually favored because of their defense and, of course, the injury. So, without further ado, I need you to comment, like, subscribe if you like the video, and let's go ahead and get into the comparison. So we have Curt Schilling, we have Patrick Mahomes. I'm not comparing them as players because, you know, we've seen what Patrick Mahomes did throughout the entirety of his career. You know, he's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league, so it's a little different there, but I'm strictly going to be comparing their performances. So, yes, I'm aware that Curt Schilling's legendary performance came in the ALCS, but if you think about it, the ALCS that year was bigger than the World Series, way bigger than the World Series. So, getting into it, both players had ankle injuries and endured and came through, you know, in tough situations to help their team win. To be fair, in either case, I don't think people would have been too mad if either athlete were to lose because the pressure was more on the other team. I mean, if you think about it, with Patrick Mahomes, the Eagles were favored, and in Curt Schilling's case, they were already down like 0-3, you know, or what was it? Yeah, 0-3, I believe, right? So, in both situations, I think, you know, we wouldn't have been too mad at either one of these guys if they were to lose. So, at least the Yankees, they were automatically favored, you know, the moment they went up 3-0. So I even read that the Red Sox were packing their bags, you know, ready to go home before the game. I'm not even kidding about that. I've read about that. Also in Johnny Damon's book, you know, he mentioned that they were packing their bags, you know, every single game, like, you know, as if they were going to go home and lose. But obviously they were trying to win. So when it came to degree of difficulty, it's another story. Yes, it was difficult for Schilling to do what he did on his ankle, but did you see what Patrick Mahomes did, though? Like, he was still able to put on a clinic, even had, like, a few runs in the process on that ankle. And that is why I have to give Patrick Mahomes the edge in that situation. I think Schilling's game was incredible and heroic. More was at stake, obviously, with the 86-year drought and the curse of the Bambino, facing an elimination game. But at the end of the day, since we have to nitpick, you know, we're nitpicking on the highest scale. With Schilling, yes, he was in an elimination game, but he's still not part of every game. You know, obviously, like Pedro Martinez was the other guy. You know, we had like other pitchers participating, so the pressure wasn't solely squared on, you know, Curt Schilling in that situation, and that's why I have to give Patrick Mahomes the edge in that situation. But that's my take for today. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you agree, disagree, I'd be curious to know your thoughts. But I do think that both situations were very, you know, both championship games were legendary, very comparable. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think, and catch you in the next video.